so long, my darling, a long, lonely 25 years. Oh, how I wish I could stare into those big, beautiful eyes of yours again. Lose myself in them for all eternity.
Oh, those worms started on those a long time ago.
No one, Pumpkin. I was just commenting to myself about worms.
Worms?
Yes, dear, worms. So, how long you think before the worms have at us?
Vincent!
Vincent?
Yes, dears.
Darling, what is going on? Darling? Who is that buried next to you?
Well, Lenore, you passed away such a long time ago, and...
I'm his wife. That's who I am. Who in the blazes are you?
I'm his wife. Go on, tell her, Vincent. Tell her I'm your wife.
Well, technically...
Yes.
You're both my wives.
What?
Uh-oh.
Vincent?
Yes, dear?
I'm getting annoyed.
Oh.
I'm going to count to 10. My therapist said when I couldn't stand you, I'm going to count to 10.
Your therapist
1,
was a quack.
2,
All he wanted was my money. $300 an hour.
5,
$300 an hour
7,
to teach you how to
8,
count?
9,
Huh?
10. I'm still annoyed. If I hadn't broken my arm in that fatal car accident, I'd be beating you with it right now. That would feel good, wouldn't it?
Oh, come now, dear. It's not that bad. There's no reason to go into dramatics. Cripes, you sound like your cousin Lou, moaning and wailing away up there like he actually cared we were dead.
Leave my cousin Lou out of this, dear.
Vincent, did you remarry? You promised me that you wouldn't on my deathbed. You promised on my deathbed.
Lenore, sweetheart, joy of my soul, love of my life, I was lonesome without you. Terribly. I couldn't make it on my own.
I beg your pardon. Oh, I thought I was the love of your life.
Oh, you're the love of my life, too, Pumpkin. You are both the loves of my life.
That's ridiculous, Vincent. You can't have two loves of your life. They're not the love of your life if there's more than one of them.
She has a point. Oh, by the way, how come her headstone says beloved wife and mine says devoted? What am I, your lapdog?
What? No! Pumpkin! I didn't have any say in what they put on your headstone. I was kind of dead at the time.
Oh, Vincent, you always were good at making excuses.
Tell me about it. There I was at home. I wanted to put new plastic covers on the furniture, clean up the house a bit. But no, Vincent wasn't feeling well. He said, I need some air. Let's drive to the beach. Well, zip, zip, zip. Ha! Now look what you've got us into. If it wasn't for you and your zip, 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 we wouldn't be in this mess. The car wouldn't look like an accordion, and we wouldn't have orphan children.
Vincent, you left orphans?
3 of them.
Vincent, you told me you didn't want to have children, ever.
No, it's not that I didn't want to have children at all.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't want to have any with you. No, I mean, I didn't want any with you at the time. I wasn't ready to be a father. We were so young. And maybe if you'd lived a few more years, we could have thought about starting a family.
Well, maybe if you hadn't made me go on that ski trip with you, I wouldn't have caught pneumonia and died. This is entirely your fault.
Lenore, darling, be reasonable. The doctors did everything they could. You know that.
I just can't speak to you right now. Excuse me, lady.
My name is Jezebel.
Nice to meet you, Jezebel. I'm Lenore.
It's a pleasure, Lenore, I'm sure.
Likewise. Jezebel, would you please tell that man buried next to you that I'm not speaking to him?
Oh, Vincent. Your long-lost love says she isn't speaking to you.
Yes, dear, thank you. I heard her.
Well, you don't have to get grumpy with me, Mr. Zip, Zip, Zip. She's your wife.
But she's not my wife. Well, okay, she is my wife, but you're my wife. Now, she's my first wife. You're my second wife. Couldn't we just call this whole thing off? You know, till death do us part and all? Lenore?
Oh, I'm not speaking to you. I'm not speaking to him.
She's not speaking to you.
I told the kids I wanted to be cremated. Have my ashes scattered out to sea.
Is she pretty?
Huh?
Oh.
Your wife. Next door. Is she pretty?
Well, yeah. Of course she's pretty. Not as pretty as you, of course, Lenore.
Oh.
I heard that.
Well, I just said that to keep her quiet. You know you're the most beautiful girl in the world, Pumpkin.
Oh, Vincent. After all these years, you're still such a charmer.
Oh.
Vincent, before we lie next to each other, rotting into eternity, can I ask you one thing?
Yes, dear.
Anything?
Anything.
Who do you love the most?
Yes, who?
No, I can't choose.
Pick one.
No, I'm not going to pick a favorite wife. That's absurd. It's like comparing apples to oranges, cats to dogs, blue chip stocks.
Let's
to
just say there was a great big terrible house fire and we were both trapped inside and you only had time to rescue one of us. Who would you save?
Well, that's a stupid question because it doesn't matter. We're already dead. I could just walk in there, light a cigar, and toast a few marshmallows for all it matters.
I wish my mother would die. You'd be sorry then.
I have had it with you two. I'm not going to spend my whole eternity listening to you two bicker. It doesn't matter. I love you both. You know what? Fine. That's the way you want to be? Fine. Son of a...
Vincent, what are you doing?
I'm getting out. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, Vincent, you can't!
Oh, and why not?
Well, you have nowhere to go, silly.
I'm going to take my chances as the living dead.
Oh, Vincent!
Vincent? Gross.
I've always wanted to say that.
Fine, just walk out on us then.
That's right. We don't need you. We've got each other.
Vincent?
Vincent! Men can be so immature.
Tell me about it. Why can't they be more like us?
Exactly. We can't let him get away with this.
No, we can't.
Shall we then?
Yes, let's.